Welcome back, guys, to Professor Layton and the Curious Village, where last episode, after returning to the Ferris wheel, our duo found themselves in peril as it started to chase us through the park, ending up with it breaking down the barred gate to a creeper's dismay. After checking out the trail of damage, we then headed into the waterside shack, completing puzzles to reach and find a key to the tower within. Now concerned about the shadowy intruder harrying us, we headed to the inn to inquire about papers before being called to Reinhold Manor by Ramon. You found the key to the tower, haven't you? How do you know about the key? You mustn't interfere with the tower. Whatever you do, just stay away from there. Interfere? What do you mean by that, dear? Okay. You didn't give me a reason, now I want to interfere a bit more. Lady Dahlia sure is gorgeous, ain't she? Yeah. Sure is a stunner. Yeah, girls that like that are pretty rare. Yeah. I believe you. Oh, there is something still in it. Thank you, chat. Searcher of beautiful coins. I wish I now have enough probably to buy you all the remaining hints. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Ramon? Lady Dahlia's requests are always such a handful to take on, aren't they? Ha-hoo-hoo! Ah-hoo-hoo! Ramon, your hitbox is larger than your body by quite a while. Where's Matthew been lately? Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in. Everyone is waiting. Thank you, Matthew. Is something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease. Oh no, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlor. All right, if you're certain that nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs. Ruff, ruff. When do we get a reward? You want a pat on the head, do you? Ah, Mr. Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Chelmey? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush, so I'll just come out with it. I am on to you, Layton. It's clear as day. You are responsible for Simon's death. Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Nonsense. Nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep cool under pressure. But of course, I would expect nothing less from a cold-blooded killer such as yourself. I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? Oh, you put my fingerprints on it or something. This vase was on display in the room in which Simon was found dead. All the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests that the killer struck Simon with this vase. It's a very sturdy one. Our killer was no professional. You see, he left his fingerprints all over the murder weapon. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton. Oh, that's the vase from the market, isn't it? You rotten murderer. If this vase is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing? So go on and give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when Simon was killed? Come on, out with it. To be honest, you just proved that the vase couldn't be really used as the murder weapon because it was quite easy to shatter there. I was with Luke, investigating matters down in the village. Is that the best you can muster? It's clear the little brat has an accomplice to your crime. Admit it, Layton. You two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly that you conspired to murder Simon. You can't fool me, Layton, so cough it up and start talking. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower you picked up too. It seems that you were intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector. But if you are a true enforcer of the law, you'll acknowledge that I'm not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. Furthermore, are we even sure that a murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Do you really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Inspector Chelmey, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me.
No, Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you.
Meaning?
Isn't it obvious?
If there is any criminal element involved in this case, then it is you, sir. What? That's absurd.
Hey, calm down.
What utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
I've heard you're quite the devoted husband, Inspector. I bet you take very good care of your wife, Jane. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was Inspector Chelmey's favourite food again? What's Chelmey's favourite food? A sandwich on buttered bread, hot, juicy roast beef, or fresh cakes? Oh, I actually get to choose? Fresh cakes. This article specifically states you love cakes, and yet you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you cakes with tea. Why? And your point is? It just so happens that I have a fondness for Jane's cakes. Is that so? What are they laced with? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation has made things quite clear. Please take a look at this. I believe you just called them Jane's cakes, yes? I'd like everyone to look at this article. Oh! Good old baity switchy. As you can all see, the article clearly states that Inspector Chelmey's wife is Amelie, not Jane. Do you mean to tell me you've forgotten your own wife's name? Out with it then. Who are you? And why have you been impersonating Inspector Chelmey? And why have you been running this investigation? But your sudden memory loss regarding your wife's name isn't the only suspicious thing about you. Try to recall the time around Simon's death. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to St Mystere, but you forgot one thing. After Luke and I arrived, the drawbridge to the St Mystere's sole entrance had its crank stolen. This effectively sealed the village. From that point on, no one could enter or leave the village. And do you recall just when the seclusion began? When did the drawbridge shut down? During our search for Claudia? After Ramon went missing? This morning after we received the inspector's summons? I actually can't remember. I think it was during our search for Claudia though, wasn't it? I can't remember, it was only last week ago. It wasn't this morning, we'd been locked in there for more than a day. Ramon went missing yesterday, but it was during our search, wasn't it? That was when we noticed. Probably wrong. Correct. The only route out of the village had been closed well before Simon's death was discovered. At that event, there was no way that anyone could enter the village from the outside. By the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Chelmey, when did you actually first set foot in St Mystere? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on the subject, I have one more nagging question that I haven't been able to work out. How is it you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? When we happened upon that key, there wasn't a soul in the area, apart from Luke and myself. Furthermore, I have spoken of what we found there to no one. There's no conceivable way you could have known about this key. Unless, of course, you were spying on us from the shadows when we found it. Now, let me see if I've got this correct. You posed as the inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike and steal the golden apple from us. How am I doing so far? What's so funny? This is no laughing matter. I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch enemy. Who? Huh? Don Paolo. I've always despised you, Layton. Ah, his head's on the other screen. He's been beheaded. I thought I'd be able to crush you once and for all here in St Mystere. But that will have to wait since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but St Mystere hides a secret of epic proportions. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I just have to smile. My business here for the day has come to an end, so I'll be off now. But listen closely, Layton. Never forget how close you came to being bested. One day I, the great Don Paolo, will rain my vengeance upon you. And on that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella. No, not umbrellas. And a raincoat. Perhaps even some galoshes. Gosh! You really had to break the window. We weren't even chasing him. I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Don Paolo was his name. I've heard stories of him. His grasp of the hard sciences is rumored to be unrivaled. The problem, as you might guess, is his personality. Though he is a genius, the man is evil. The Science Board has banished him from working officially in his field ever again. Sneaking into St Mystere to steal the Reinhold fortune sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. Seems though quite a grudge against you, Professor. What did you do to cross him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Well, that aside, what was all that talk of its secret hidden in a village? What was he referring to? I'm mystified by it myself. For the time being, though, let's focus on finding the golden apple, shall we? I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check that dead end from before, Luke. It's funny because he's probably just shown up. Now he won't show up again, right? And it's just to set up things for future games. Interesting. Oh. Haha. We put a hat on that. Would you please let me know of any eligible... No, Gordon, you can't have any eligible bachelorettes. Are you worried about your window? I'm simply shocked. Shocked at this turn of events. Who could have guessed that we had an imposter in our midst? He had me completely fooled. But you saw right through him, Professor. I must say I'm quite impressed with your cunning. I ask you now to put that brilliant mind of yours to work again and set out in search of the golden apple. It would be my pleasure, madame. By the way, are you feeling all right? You look a little bit pale. I awoke this morning with memories of a peculiar dream I must have had last night. In it, my husband and I had just had a brand new baby girl. Oh, how everyone fawned over her. The next moment, suddenly I was in a park, walking hand in hand with my young daughter. With your daughter, you say? Now, why would I have a silly dream like that? These past few days have really been quite draining. Professor Layton, I don't feel particularly well at the moment. I think I'll go and lie down for a bit. What's wrong with Lady Dahlia? She had a dream of walking in the park with her young daughter. There's something quite curious about that dream. She actually did go and lie down. If you ask about bachelorettes again... Can we put him in the fire? Oh, you went... I'd like to be left alone for a little while, Professor. I need some time to collect my thoughts. Okay, well, collect them you shall. We'll be off. Doing mystery things in mystery places yet again. Where's Matthew gone? Lady Dahlia's requests are always such a handful. Oh, you're saying the same thing. Ramon! Puzzles, my friend, puzzles! You think Lady Dahlia's hot? Okay. Seems like we are running out of things to do. Maybe I should return to you and tell you about the person who just jumped out of a window. Oh, hello there, Professor. Have you had any luck tracking down that bill-dodging ruffian? Yes, but you're not getting the money. Simply put, I guess it's neither here nor there. You're going to tell me about the scary tower again, right? I guess we're just going straight there. I don't want to miss a puzzle, but... it does feel like these guys are mostly tapped out, doesn't it? A lot of these areas are open just in case I haven't got a secret puzzle. But they're hidden, so, you know, kind of easy for me to miss, isn't it? Got it all worked out? Best time in life when you're eating food? Well, I agree. I had a nice spaghetti bolognese earlier. I needed the calories to carry me. You're all our puzzles. You want to show me some veal. Oh, there's something in it. It's next to you, is it? There we go. Thank you, chat. Someone's hidden around here. Do you have another card puzzle? Yeah, I've got a new puzzle for you, dearie. I bet you're just dying to see it, aren't you? I'm sorry, madame, but right now we're in a terrible rush. Can't fool this old girl. I've seen you strolling around solving other people's puzzles. Now it's my turn. Seen us? What do you mean? Have you been following us? 105. Rolling a 3. When you roll a die, the chances of rolling a 3 are 1 in 6. The chances of rolling a 3 twice in a row are 1 in 36. And the chances of rolling a 3 3 times in a row are a jaw-dropping 1 in 216. Let's assume you roll a die 3 times and get a 3 each time. Your chances of rolling a 3 on your next roll are 1 in how many? Weird soup. So, it's telling us the odds and the probabilities go up and up if you rolling them in a row. It's telling us we've rolled 3 in a row. But what are our chances of a single roll rolling a 3? Is actually the question. 1 in how many? 6.
That should do it.
Wordplay.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Terrific. It doesn't matter how many times you roll the same number. If you were only asking about the probability of rolling a 3 in one turn, the chances will always be 1 in 6. What happened to the bridge operator? We haven't seen him in a while. No, we haven't, have we? Hey, you're going to the tower, are you, dearie? How about I show you the way? Oh, I was under the impression that the villagers of St Mystere hated going near the tower. Oh yes, I don't want to go anywhere near that place myself. Though I suppose I could make an exception for a strapping man such as yourself. Oh yes. Professor, we should really keep moving. Get away from this lady. She'll eat me alive. So you want some company to go with you to the tower? Some feminine company? No, thank you. I think we're just fine as we are. I like his face. He's so annoyed. Well, that was 105. So we're still missing like 101. I did fill in a gap for us though. 118 I haven't found. And then anywhere from 93 to 102 is missing. But 111 puzzles have been solved at this point in time. Blimmin' hell. It's a dead end. No two ways about it. Maybe there's another path to the tower hidden around here. I'd argue that we've come to exactly the right spot, Luke. What do you mean by that? Look right here, Luke. There's a small indentation in the wall where one could place a small object. You mean a keyhole? Oh, so this must be... Yes, this curious indentation is no doubt the spot indicated in Baron Reinhold's note to Archibald. I'm willing to wager that if we put this in there and gave it a turn... Oh, it ripped some stuff apart. Wow! Just as I suspected. Alright, Luke, in we go. Chapter 9, The Tower's Secret. A path to the tower has been found. Scale the tower and solve all of the mysteries of St Mystere. Ooh. 10's done. I will save my progress indeed. Looking very fancy at the moment. Let's say, anything to check out here? Hidden puzzles. Oh, there's a coin. Nothing else seemingly, unless chat tells us different. But I guess we explore the tower shortly. Oh, yeah. I was gonna click around, don't worry. Gonna start up here first, because I thought that was the most obvious spot. In the seams. Huh. Well, it looks like you've solved at least 75 puzzles. Who's saying this? Alright then, go on in the tower. This place gives me goosebumps. Plus, it's all murky in here, and I can't see a thing. Huh? Oh my! Ah! And we're dead. Ah, my head! Luke, are you alright, my boy? No injuries, I hope? Your scratches have come back weirdly. Don't worry, Professor, I'm fine. And yourself? Nothing a good long bath later won't solve, but more importantly, where are we? This room is full of curious machines. I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over there on the wall, Professor. My word. There are pictures of the villagers displayed here. And what's this? There's a key for almost every villager. It's not like... Professor, what if somebody is using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in St Mystere? Look, there are stairs over there. Let's get out of here. This place gives me the shivers. Yes, you're quite right, Luke. Let's head out. But the one for Simon's missing. We should definitely check around in there. Oh, what's this notebook? Did you find something interesting? I think so. This notebook looks like someone's been using it as a diary. Just a little longer now. Soon this village will achieve the purpose it was designed for. I've waited so long for this day, but as it comes closer, I feel a little lonely. I hope that at the very least, the young mistress finally finds happiness at the end of all of this. This poor diary looks like it's been through a lot. All the pages are terribly frayed. I bet all the scraps of paper we found in the village came from here. Probably. Oh, we can read it again. You're saying the same thing, are you? Yeah. Well, I wanted to click on it just in case there was any extra dialogue or anything. Obviously not. Secret puzzles in the one or two, you know? So at the moment, this room seems like it has a whole lot of nothing in it. Oh, there are hid coins. Not that many by the look of it. Or at least very well hidden. And chat ain't open, so let's move on. What's this? You! Ugh. You two again! What are you doing here? What are you up to? Just a moment, sir. What are you talking about? I knew it! You came here to steal my secrets, didn't you? Didn't you? Don't play dumb with me. I see right through you. Don't think I haven't been watching. I've seen you two sniffing around every nook and cranny in the village, obstructing my work. Now I've had it. So unless you want trouble, give me back number 38. Please calm yourself, sir. Just listen to what we have to say for a moment. We haven't intended to get in the way of your work. We are merely searching for the golden apple. Neither of us know anything about this number 38 business. Oh. Did you just say the golden apple? You're really here looking for the golden apple, then? Precisely. Do you know anything that could be of help to us? So that's how it is, eh? What you're looking for is on the top floor of the tower. But watch out, because the puzzles in this tower are harder than a diamond-tipped drill. I know they call you a puzzle master, but are you sure you have what it takes to solve them? Now, why would you go and tell us something like that? I bet you just want to set us up to walk right in some sort of trap. What would I possibly gain from doing something like that? Not to mention it's my duty to guide those who seek the golden apple towards their goal. Some mischief maker sneaked into the village and had me all confused, but I think I've worked things out now. Seeing as how it's your duty and all, that would you mind filling us in? What is St Mystere's big secret? Alright. The name is Bruno. I work for the Reinhold family. For some time now, I've managed St Mystere up from up here in the tower. Manage St Mystere? You're the one who manages the life of each of the villagers, aren't you? What in the world are you two talking about? Surely you must have seen them too, Luke. Do you recall the cogs we found about the village and the keys we just saw? All the villagers in St Mystere are robots created by Bruno. What do you mean the villagers are all robots? In other words, the inhabitants of St Mystere aren't human, but intricately constructed machines. They're robots, my boy. I have to say I'm astonished that anyone could build such elaborate machines in this day and age. You must be quite the engineer, sir. Oh, aren't you a sharp one? I never imagined you'd work out so much of the mystery by yourself. What do you mean, sir? St Mystere isn't a real village, Luke. It was constructed by Bruno and the late Baron. How am I doing so far, Bruno? You're absolutely correct. Master believed that one day an heir worthy of his fortune would come forward. He had me build this village and all who dwell within it to prepare for that day. Then he hid his greatest treasure, the golden apple, away on the top floor of this tower. I was ordered to protect it with my life. Until the person arrives who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple, I will continue to protect it. Remarkable. I'm impressed at how far Baron Reinhold went to protect his treasure. It's not just any treasure, mind you. The golden apple was the Baron's most precious treasure. But why go through all of this just to hide treasure? Why build an entire village to protect it? Oh, whoops. Seems I've been a little loose-lipped here. I've already said more than I should have. The answers you're looking for are waiting for you at the top of the tower. Go on then. Show me if you're the one who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple. 4 and 6 are off the list. But not 8, weirdly. I thought that would deal with 8 as well. Woof. Yeah, that's the first place I was going to click, chat. Thanks. That's the way out. I take it that on the left is the puzzle we've got to do. Even the crater's hole isn't giving me a coin. Professor, look! The stairs are barred off! Aha! This may be one of the puzzles Bruno warned us about. It does look quite difficult. Well, my boy, are you ready for a challenge? I hope it's a 3x3 slide puzzle. It better not be. 94, nice! Get the ball out 4. It's a slide puzzle. This is perplexing, I have, you know. This perplexing door has a device on it that contains a small red ball in the upper left corner. If you guide the ball to the hole in the lower right, it looks like the door might open. Slide blocks out of the way and move the ball to the hole. The shortest possible route has 21 moves. Okay, well, I'm sure it does. Just jam myself in. Yes. This yellow block in the middle very much gunks it up, and it looks like getting the purple blocks into the corners doesn't actually free as much as you'd think. Especially because that red, the red ball's up there. Let's take the yellow block that way. And see if I can make that work into anywhere. That just locks me in. Yes, well, at least this gives me a way to move things around. Gets that block out the way. That's kind of nice. It's the blue block underneath now that I think I'm worried about. This looks nicer the way we've done it, but still missing some spice. That looks pretty nice. Wait, I can keep one up there. Don't know if that helps with anything. It's like so close. Am I just moving everything to a completely different position? I mean, where do I need to get this yellow one? Top left or top right? Yeah. Wait. Is it possible for me to get there by just rotating this now? Yes, I did it!
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah, the minimum possible was 460 goes.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Well done. Were you able to get the ball to the hole without shuffling back and forth too much? If you had to move the ball lots of times to reach a goal, don't worry. Working out how to get to the goal in the fewest moves itself is an interesting puzzle. Yeah, sure, whatever. Under 500 moves, guys. Champion of Layton. There we are. Come on, Luke. We must press on. All right, lead the way, Professor. Say, Professor, there's something that's been on my mind for a while. Oh, what is it, Luke? When the crank for the bridge was stolen, we were sealed in the village along with Don Paolo. It could be just me, but I feel like this wasn't just a coincidence. Somebody planned it. But who? Well, Luke, I don't have any direct evidence of it, but I'd wager that it was Bruno's doing. Bruno? But why in the world would Bruno do something like that? Do you remember what he said? It's his duty to show the way to those who seek the golden apple. But naturally, Bruno had no idea what kind of people would come to St Mystere seeking that treasure. It's likely he trapped us in the village to buy himself some time to evaluate who we were. He wanted to see if we were worthy of the secret. That's terribly presumptuous of him, don't you think? How could he think either of us were bad people? He doesn't even know us. Who knows how Bruno saw it, Luke? I'm certain he was just being careful. After all, Don Paolo managed to sneak in with us. Bruno probably had his hands full and needed time to see what kinds of people had entered the village. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask about that too. Luke, we really should get started here. You can ask me your next question while we're climbing. Yeah, that was hell. And the worst thing is, that's where you complete puzzle 3, the cranky crank. But how do I edit that? Because if you edit out parts of that for YouTube, like, you'll miss the solution even though my solution's terrible and you should definitely Google it.